Most people wait for a big moment to change their life. But the truth is, real change starts with small, powerful shifts. Today, I'm going to share 5 things, simple, but life-changing, that can completely transform the way you live, think, and grow. If you're ready to level up, this is for you. A consistent morning routine can be the game changer that sets the tone for your entire day. The way you start your morning can drastically impact your productivity, mood, and energy levels throughout the day. It's not just about waking up early, it's about creating a set of habits that align with your goals, help you focus, and prepare your mind and body for the challenges ahead. The best part is that by making this routine a non-negotiable part of your day, you lay the foundation for success in every aspect of your life. The power of mornings is undeniable. When you wake up with intention, you start the day in control, instead of letting the world dictate your mood and energy. People often underestimate the importance of the first few hours after waking up. Without a solid morning routine, your day can quickly spiral out of control. You may find yourself checking emails first thing, scrolling through social media, or reacting to whatever demands come your way, which can easily leave you feeling stressed and overwhelmed before you even get started. But with a purposeful morning routine, you take back that control. The key to creating a successful morning routine is consistency. The more consistently you stick to a routine, the more it becomes a part of who you are. This doesn't mean you need to have a rigid, hour-by-hour schedule. The goal is to incorporate habits that make you feel grounded, focused, and energized. When you develop a routine that works for you, it becomes second nature, and you'll begin to notice the positive impact it has on your day-to-day life. One of the most crucial components of a morning routine is getting up early. Early risers often report feeling more productive, focused, and energetic, simply because they have more time to dedicate to themselves before the chaos of the day begins. Waking up early gives you the luxury of a few quiet hours to focus on personal development, planning, or simply taking care of your mental and physical health. This doesn't mean you need to wake up at 4 a.m. if that's not practical for you. But the idea is to wake up with enough time to engage in activities that nourish your mind and body without feeling rushed. Exercise is another powerful way to kickstart your day. Physical activity in the morning not only boosts your energy, but also releases endorphins, which are your body's natural mood boosters. Whether it's a quick 10-minute stretch, a walk, or a full workout, getting your body moving is a surefire way to improve your mood and mental clarity. When you make exercise a part of your morning routine, you're setting yourself up for success by prioritizing your health and well-being from the start. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, can also make a profound difference in your morning routine. Taking just a few minutes to clear your mind, focus on your breath, or reflect on what you're grateful for can help center you and create a sense of calm before the day's demands. This mental clarity can improve your ability to stay focused and make better decisions throughout the day. Journaling is especially powerful because it allows you to articulate your thoughts, set intentions, and reflect on your goals. It's a great way to align your actions with your larger vision, making it easier to stay on track. Reading is another great addition to your morning routine. Many successful people swear by reading in the morning, as it helps them grow intellectually, stay informed, and feel inspired. Reading for just 15 to 30 minutes each morning can have a lasting impact on your mindset. Whether you're reading self-help books, business-related materials, or even fiction, this practice encourages continuous learning and personal development. It also provides a sense of accomplishment early in the day, making it easier to tackle the rest of your tasks with a sense of purpose. One of the greatest benefits of a consistent morning routine is that it helps you reduce decision fatigue. We make countless decisions every day, and the more decisions we make, the more mentally drained we become. By having a routine that's already established, you reduce the need to make decisions about what to do first, what to prioritize, or how to start your day. This allows you to save mental energy for more important tasks and decisions later in the day. The clarity and focus gained from a structured morning routine will allow you to make better choices in your personal and professional life. A solid morning routine doesn't just set you up for success in the day, but it also contributes to long-term personal growth. The habits you establish in the morning lay the groundwork for creating a life that aligns with your values and goals. When you consistently wake up early, exercise, practice mindfulness, read, and set intentions, you're not only preparing for the day ahead, but you're also building a foundation of discipline, focus, and resilience. Over time, these small, seemingly simple habits can add up to massive results. Most importantly, a morning routine teaches you how to prioritize yourself. In a world full of distractions, responsibilities, and obligations, it's easy to forget to take care of your mental and physical health. A morning routine reminds you that your well-being is a priority, and by dedicating time to yourself each morning, you ensure that you're in the best possible shape to handle whatever the day brings. When you invest in yourself first thing in the morning, you give yourself the best chance to thrive, not just survive. A growth mindset is the foundation of continuous learning and improvement. It's the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through hard work, dedication, and persistence. This mindset shifts the focus from fixed abilities to the understanding that you can always improve, no matter where you start. Adopting a growth mindset is essential not just for success, but for overcoming challenges and navigating setbacks with resilience. People with a growth mindset approach obstacles as opportunities for growth, rather than seeing them as insurmountable barriers. This perspective allows them to persevere in the face of difficulties because they believe that effort and learning will eventually lead to improvement. A growth mindset frees you from the fear of failure, allowing you to take risks and learn from your mistakes. When failure is seen as a part of the learning process, it becomes much easier to try again, make adjustments, and move forward. One of the most powerful aspects of a growth mindset is that it emphasizes the importance of effort and persistence, rather than attributing success to inherent talent or luck. People with a growth mindset recognize that hard work and determination are driving forces behind improvement. This means that no matter what challenges arise, they understand that their effort can make a difference. They aren't intimidated by challenges, but instead, they view them as a chance to grow. The key here is the belief that success is a result of dedication, and with enough time and effort, anyone can achieve their goals. Furthermore, a growth mindset encourages continuous learning. People who embrace this mindset are always seeking new knowledge, skills, and experiences. They recognize that learning is a lifelong process, and they are committed to evolving in both their personal and professional lives. This focus on learning helps them stay curious and motivated, constantly looking for ways to improve and push their boundaries. The idea that you can always become better at something, whether it's a skill or a personal trait, makes life more exciting and fulfilling. It also creates a sense of purpose because you're constantly striving to become the best version of yourself. In contrast, a fixed mindset can hold you back. Individuals with a fixed mindset believe that their abilities are predetermined, and they often shy away from challenges because they fear failure or looking incompetent. They may avoid tasks that seem too difficult or that could expose their weaknesses. People with a fixed mindset might feel threatened by the success of others because it makes them feel inferior. They focus more on proving themselves than improving themselves, which can lead to stagnation and frustration. A fixed mindset limits your potential because it reinforces the belief that you're either good at something or you're not, which prevents you from taking the necessary steps to grow and develop. Adopting a growth mindset not only changes the way you approach challenges, but also how you respond to feedback. People with a growth mindset see feedback as a valuable tool for improvement. Instead of taking it personally, they embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. This approach allows them to make adjustments, refine their skills, and continue moving forward. Feedback becomes a vital part of their growth process, as it provides insights into areas they can improve and helps them become more self-aware. They understand that constructive criticism is not a reflection of their worth, but a means of becoming better at what they do. The impact of a growth mindset goes beyond personal development. It also plays a significant role in relationships and collaboration. When you have a growth mindset, you are more likely to support others in their efforts to learn and improve, as you understand that everyone is on their own journey of growth. This creates a positive, encouraging environment where people are willing to share ideas, help each other out, and work together to solve problems. A growth mindset fosters collaboration because people are focused on learning from each other, rather than competing to prove their abilities. This can lead to greater teamwork and stronger relationships, both personally and professionally. In the workplace, a growth mindset can dramatically improve performance. Employees who embrace a growth mindset are more likely to take initiative, seek challenges, and develop new skills. They are more adaptable to change because they understand that change is an inevitable part of growth. This mindset also leads to increased job satisfaction because individuals feel more engaged and motivated when they see the potential for growth in their work. They view setbacks as temporary, and instead of becoming discouraged, they look for ways to improve and move forward. A growth mindset helps to create a culture of innovation and continuous improvement within organizations, which leads to long-term success. The power of a growth mindset can be seen in many areas of life, from personal development to professional achievements. The ability to embrace challenges, learn from failure, seek feedback, and continuously improve are all hallmarks of a growth mindset. When you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, you open up a world of possibilities. You stop limiting yourself by your perceived abilities and start recognizing the vast potential that exists within you. This shift in mindset not only helps you achieve your goals, but also helps you become more resilient, adaptable, and optimistic in the face of life's challenges. Setting clear boundaries is essential for maintaining a healthy balance in life, especially in today's fast-paced world where demands and distractions are constant. Without boundaries, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, drained, and like you're constantly reacting to others instead of focusing on your own needs and priorities. Boundaries allow you to protect your time, energy, and mental well-being, ensuring that you're able to prioritize what truly matters to you. They help you create space for personal growth, maintain healthy relationships, and stay true to your values. Establishing clear boundaries begins with understanding your limits. This means being aware of your emotional, physical, and mental thresholds, and knowing when to say no or not right now. It also means recognizing when you need rest, time for yourself, or space to focus on your goals. When you're clear about your limits, it becomes much easier to set boundaries that will help you avoid burnout, stress, and feelings of resentment. One of the first steps in setting boundaries is identifying what drains your energy and what lifts you up. This might be difficult at first, especially if you've been used to putting others' needs ahead of your own. But it's essential for creating a more balanced and fulfilling life. Boundaries are not just about saying no to others. They are also about saying yes to yourself. In order to thrive, you must protect your time and energy for the things that align with your goals and values. For example, if you're working on a personal project or pursuing a passion, you need to set aside time each day or week to focus on it without interruptions. This might mean saying no to social events, work requests, or even family obligations when they conflict with your priorities. By doing so, you are making a commitment to your personal growth and well-being, which ultimately benefits everyone around you as well. In relationships, boundaries are crucial for maintaining respect and understanding. Healthy boundaries create a safe space for both parties to express their needs and desires without fear of judgment or resentment. When you don't set boundaries in relationships, it's easy for misunderstandings to occur, and for one person to feel overburdened while the other feels neglected. Boundaries help define the space where each person can thrive and contribute to the relationship without sacrificing their individual needs. For example, you might need to set boundaries with friends or family members who demand too much of your time or who expect you to take on responsibilities that are not yours to carry. When these boundaries are communicated clearly and respectfully, it strengthens the relationship because both parties understand and respect each other's limits. At work, setting boundaries is just as important. Many people struggle with work-life balance because they allow work demands to seep into their personal time. Setting clear boundaries at work means knowing when to stop working and when to switch off. It's about creating a healthy separation between your professional and personal life so that you can recharge and focus on things outside of work. This could mean not checking work emails after hours, taking breaks during the day to avoid burnout, or being upfront with colleagues or supervisors about your availability. When you communicate your boundaries at work, it shows that you value both your work and your well-being, which often leads to increased productivity and job satisfaction. The idea of setting boundaries can be intimidating for some, especially for those who have been conditioned to please others or avoid confrontation. However, it's important to realize that setting boundaries is a form of self-care, not selfishness. It is a way to honor your own needs and make sure that you are in the best position to show up for others. It's also important to remember that boundaries can be flexible and evolve over time. As your life circumstances change, so too will your boundaries. For instance, when you enter a new phase of life or take on new responsibilities, you may need to adjust your boundaries to reflect your current priorities. This fluidity allows you to maintain a sense of control and ensures that your boundaries continue to serve you in the most effective way. Boundaries are not always about avoiding certain situations or people. Sometimes they are about creating healthy structures that allow you to engage more effectively with the world around you. For example, setting boundaries with your technology use can help you focus on more meaningful activities. Limiting screen time, scheduling social media breaks, or establishing tech-free zones in your home can help you create space for deeper connections, self-reflection, and creativity. These boundaries allow you to be more present and intentional with your time. Taking action over perfection is a fundamental principle for success. Often, people delay taking steps toward their goals because they fear they aren't ready or that their efforts won't be flawless. The desire for perfection can be paralyzing, causing a cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. The truth is that perfection is an illusion, and waiting for the perfect moment or striving to do everything flawlessly can hold you back from making any meaningful progress. The power of taking action, even if it's imperfect, lies in the momentum it creates, the lessons it provides, and the confidence it builds. First barrier to action is often the fear of failure. People may feel that if they don't do something perfectly, they will be judged, criticized, or, worse, seen as incompetent. This fear can prevent them from even trying, but failure is an essential part of growth. Every successful person has faced failure along their journey. Instead of being discouraged, they learn from their mistakes, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. Taking action, even in the face of uncertainty or potential failure, gives you valuable insights and experience. It helps you refine your skills, correct course, and ultimately achieve your goals more effectively. You take action. Even if it's not perfect, you start to build momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. It propels you forward, and the more you take action, the more you learn, and the more confident you become. The act of doing, rather than waiting for the perfect circumstances, makes progress possible. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to where you want to be. The key is to start, and once you start, the path becomes clearer. Waiting for everything to align perfectly often leads to never starting at all, leaving you stuck in a loop of planning and preparation without real results. The pursuit of perfection often leads to an unrealistic and unattainable standard. Perfection is subjective and varies from person to person, and it can change over time. What one person considers perfect today might not meet the same standards tomorrow. Striving for perfection means you're constantly adjusting to an ever-moving target, which can be exhausting and discouraging. Instead of focusing on achieving something that is perfect, it's more beneficial to focus on taking action toward a vision, while allowing room for adjustments and improvements along the way. The beauty of this approach is that it allows you to progress, even if you're not hitting the perfect mark. This mindset encourages growth and allows for flexibility, which perfectionism does not. Furthermore, taking action over perfection requires you to embrace imperfection. When you embrace the idea that you don't need to be perfect to succeed, you free yourself from self-imposed limitations. You begin to understand that every action you take, no matter how flawed, contributes to your learning and progress. Perfectionism can often be a form of procrastination. When you feel that you must get everything exactly right before you take the next step, you end up wasting time, sometimes indefinitely, because perfection is unattainable. On the other hand, when you accept that mistakes are part of the process, you make quicker decisions and adjust your strategy more effectively. Fear of imperfection can also result in overthinking. You might spend an inordinate amount of time planning, analyzing, and considering every possible outcome. While planning is important, overthinking can lead to inaction. The problem with overthinking is that it leads to a state of paralysis, where you are constantly considering every possibility but never taking the first step. The key to overcoming this is to prioritize action over analysis. The more you act, the more you learn, and the clearer the next step becomes. By taking action, you shift your focus from hypothetical scenarios to real-world experiences where you can gain true knowledge and insight. It's also essential to recognize that progress often happens incrementally, and these small steps build up to significant change over time. When you take action consistently, even if it feels like you're not achieving perfection, you're laying the groundwork for success. This is why consistency matters more than perfection. A person who takes consistent, imperfect action is more likely to achieve long-term results than someone who never acts because they're waiting for the right moment or for everything to be perfect. Every small step is a step in the right direction, and over time, those steps accumulate into meaningful change. Additionally, taking action over perfection allows for greater creativity and innovation. When you remove the pressure of having to be perfect, you give yourself the freedom to experiment, take risks, and think outside the box. This opens up opportunities for creativity that would be stifled by the rigid standards of perfectionism. Often, the most innovative ideas come from trying something new, making mistakes, and adjusting based on feedback. Innovation requires the courage to act, to fail, and to try again with new insights. The process of trial and error is essential for discovering what works and what doesn't. Taking action over perfection also allows you to embrace the idea of progress over perfection. Instead of being fixated on achieving flawless results, focus on getting better and better with each attempt. By focusing on progress, you acknowledge that you are moving forward. Even if the end result isn't perfect, progress brings growth, learning, and improvement, all of which are more valuable in the long term than the pursuit of an unattainable standard. The more you focus on making incremental progress, the more you build confidence in your ability to achieve your goals. Lastly, taking action creates momentum that keeps you engaged and motivated. The more you act, the more you realize that taking imperfect steps is often more productive than trying to plan for every detail. As you start making progress, you'll notice that perfection isn't as important as you once thought. In fact, the process of taking action itself becomes more fulfilling than striving for an ideal that doesn't exist. Taking action over perfection empowers you to break free from the paralyzing need for perfectionism and move forward with purpose and determination.